magical.
Madness. Happy
Monday.
Monday. Oh, Monday.
Magical madness on a Monday.
Yes. Days get mixed up, but
Yeah.
here we are on a Monday.
Here we are. How are you today?
Good.
Good. That's good.
I had a interesting day yesterday.
Yes.
But I'm recovering well.
Yes. Yep. So we're recording this a little bit early, but Austin ran for 3 hours straight.
I did. We ran a race at a nearby community college where I actually went to college.
Yes.
And it's a mile loop. For 3 hours, you see how many loops you can do, and I did 17.
Yeah. You did so good.
And the toll that takes on your body is a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah. How are you feeling today?
As the day, I feel like I'm getting better and better.
Okay, that's good.
It just like running on concrete that long just destroys your knees
Yeah. Yeah. I was surprised.
and other things.
I was surprised how good you seemed afterwards, because you've kind of done this before, but I think it took you longer last time you ran this amount. But that your knees were really hurting you that time. So
Yeah.
this time they seemed to be doing a lot better. So I was really proud of you.
Yeah, and I got a big blister on my foot. So
Yeah.
working through that. But overall, it
You
was
did
a
it.
good experience.
Yeah.
We'll see if I do it again. At the moment, it'll probably be a no. I don't
Yeah.
think I'll run that again. But
Yeah.
doing 1 mile loop for 3 hours can get pretty redundant, you know?
Yeah. And you could do this running, or there's people walking, and I thought, maybe this would be a good little workout to do before a Disney trip. Walking for 3 hours nonstop. That's not how Disney is. I feel like if Disney was walking for that amount of time, it would be easier. Then it's the walking and then standing and then walking and standing is what makes Disney seem like a longer day.
Yeah.
Makes your legs hurt more.
Yeah.
It's the standing part.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that just came to walk it, and there was very few of us still running by the end of that
No.
3 hours.
It was like run or you leave if you
Yeah,
want.
so you can do a mile and leave or
Yeah.
whatever. It was pretty laid back, but it was fun.
Yeah. I'm glad you had a good time. I did not run, so
No.
I had a great time.
Yeah. We came to support for a little bit.
Yep. Support and hold your stuff for a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, today I don't think I have any news, like any Disney news. I didn't tell you anything outside of.
Yeah, we haven't really been talking. I think
No.
most of the news
Oh.
we've covered so far.
Actually, I don't think we talked about this. Disney's still throwing out some more deals.
Really?
Another
one?
Yeah, they threw out another one for Disney Plus subscribers for like a very short, limited period of time. You can get certain resorts are running a good special on, if you're a Disney Plus subscriber, like discounted rates on the hotels. So it's like,
Oh, okay.
it's I think I told you about this
Yeah, we
one.
were talking about this one, yeah.
Yeah, it's like All Star Sports.
Yep.
Port Orleans Riverside is one. I want to say Saratoga Springs. Like, it's certain rooms at certain resorts for Disney Plus subscribers.
And
like,
All-Star Sports was at like $99.
$99, yeah.
That's more than your local hotel.
Yeah, but it is only for like one
Or less
one
than your
month.
local hotel, sorry.
Like, they're only running this it's like part of June through part of July. It's a very short period of time.
Short window.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
And
something
of course
to
we're
look.
looking at.
Of course
we're
we are.
checking it out to see. Who knows?
We like to look at it.
Yeah.
I like to look at any kind of deal. You never know what you want to do.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
It's so hard to save money at Disney in general. If a deal comes along,
Yeah.
you gotta take a look at it.
I do wonder if this is going to be like the new thing, or if this is just a this year type thing.
Yeah, I guess time will tell.
Time will tell, because they're shutting down a lot of things this year, doing a lot of refurbishments and other things. We found out last week, not only in the parks, but also in the resorts. But that's besides the point. So maybe they just need some deals to get some people there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's about, I think that's about it for Disney news stuff.
I mean, you would know. I don't really know much about the news, but from what we've talked about, I think we've covered most of it on here.
Yeah. So today, kind of like a coffee talk.
Kind of.
Is that what today is?
The subject is about coffee.
Is that a long form coffee talk?
Yes, kind of.
Kind of, in a way.
I'm excited about this topic, though.
We actually don't talk about coffee in a coffee talks. Check out
No.
Coffee Talks on Fridays.
Yeah, we'll talk about that we are drinking coffee,
Yeah,
but we mentioned that real quickly, and then that's it.
and that's it. Today we're drinking coffee because today we're talking about coffee. Coffee at Walt Disney World.
Yes, everything coffee.
This
from
is
Of what we
exciting.
know.
Yeah. We love coffee. So, and we'll tell you a little bit of why we love coffee and go from there.
Yep.
Yeah. So we'll start out with our question of the day.
What you got?
Where is your favorite place to grab coffee on Disney property? Out of like all the places, it can be in the park, outside of the park. Where's your favorite?
I like. Oh, so we've talked about this a lot, but at Disney Springs they have the Starbucks. That's just like where I like to go and hang out and grab a coffee.
Mhm.
And I hate saying that Starbucks is my favorite place on Disney property to get coffee, but it really is.
Yeah.
They just don't have a whole lot.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, any place that you would get like at Disney World or off at a resort that's not Starbucks, it's just not like better. You know what I mean?
The
It's
actual
all kind
coffee.
of like the same. Yeah, the actual
Yeah.
coffee.
Yeah.
So that's where the atmosphere comes into play for me and
Yeah.
where to get it.
Yeah.
And I just like going to that Starbucks at Springs and
Mhm.
that you can sit down at.
Mhm. We really
But
like
of course
that
it's
one.
closed when we're going to be there.
Yeah.
Which we talked about, but
That one though, it'll open back up
Yeah.
for everybody else.
yeah, it's not going to stay closed.
But that one has a really good spot to open up. Very good view of if you want to stay inside. Very good view of like Disney Springs. Like you can still see people
Yeah.
walking around.
It's all
and
windows.
It's floor to ceiling windows. I think.
Yeah.
In there, and it's pretty big to sit inside in there.
Yeah.
And then if you can find a spot. And usually we've never had a problem with finding a spot because I don't think a lot of people like sit down when they're going into this one.
Yeah.
But we also discovered there's a spot in the back of this one, and I think that part is really cool back there. It has like a stone. Do you remember like the stone bench?
Mhm.
Not super comfortable to sit on for a long period of time, which I found out.
Yeah.
I was like, why does my back hurt so bad?
Right.
I'm sitting on stone. And then wasn't there like a fireplace out there, like a
Yep.
cool fixture? Yeah.
Yep.
A fireplace, and then you can see the water, you can see Saratoga Springs, you can see the balloon, so you can
Yeah.
just watch people from the balloon. So
Yeah. And again, like I can get Starbucks here.
yeah,
Like there's nothing like, but to me, Joffrey's, which is your only other option,
yeah,
is worse than Starbucks.
Yeah.
So like, why would I get worse?
yeah. And you also like an atmosphere
hmm
with yours.
And I drink a lot more iced coffee, obviously, in Florida because it's 90
Yeah.
degrees, 100
My
degrees.
my favorite is I'm not going to choose that one. I'm
Okay.
going to be different.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. My favorite is the Main Street Bakery, aka Starbucks inside of Magic Kingdom.
Yep.
I love this one. I've actually never been there during like later in the day or at night, which I think this time I'm gonna go there at night just to kind of experience what it's like. But I just love this one early in the morning because I love being at Magic Kingdom
Yeah.
early in the morning because you can get your coffee and then like you can take it outside and take your picture by the castle with your coffee in your hand. And there's something
Just special.
it is
Something
like
special about it.
there's something so magical about those Starbucks cups because they have like little Mickeys on there, and I think they're Mickey balloons, aren't they? Or are they just Mickeys? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
I have
either.
lots of pictures of them, so I can definitely go back and look. But it's just such a magical cup, and it says Disney Parks on it, and it's just like
And there's something about rope dropping, and then not every park though we go straight to Starbucks after rope drop, right? Is it only Magic Kingdom that we do that?
really Magic Kingdom because Magic Kingdom opens early. Like when you're road dropping, you can go onto Main Street, and the other parks don't do that. But I do know that they're kind of changing that policy where you can start going into line. So I do wonder if like the Starbucks will be open like at like Hollywood Studios before you can get in line. I think that might be something I would consider doing. You know, if the Starbucks was open like on our way to the line. I don't know though if that is true or not. But
Yeah.
the Starbucks open before you like actually need to go over there. So you kind of have more time in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the only park that we do that in.
Okay.
Because other
But
ones were like,
all the others, right after the first rope drop ride, we usually run and grab coffee.
yeah. Yeah. Because we have learned we cannot go like past the first ride and not get coffee because we'll end up like just doing another ride.
Yeah. You
Like
gotta
we
get it
have
in
to
quick.
we have to do the first ride and then go get coffee. Like that's you can't take
Yeah. And I don't like to drink a ton of coffee
No.
like during the day, so I'm not gonna bring my coffee with me. I'd rather just get it at the park.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna make coffee at the resort or
Yeah.
get it at the resort.
Yeah.
I just don't like
Plus it's not
drinking
good.
that much coffee. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like yeah, it's not good because it's not iced coffee like at the resort or like inside of your hotel. It's just like the regular coffee pot with like the not great coffee in there.
just, ugh.
Yeah,
And typically me and you will get our separate coffees in the morning, and then we'll end up getting something to split later.
yeah,
That's kind of what we do.
yeah. Because I like to have my own coffee. Usually, I love drinking a hot coffee even when it is hot. And I know, like, you probably won't get a hot coffee, so we can usually split iced coffee later in the day. Because I kind of, when I'm there, I kind of do need an extra little bit of caffeine, especially like on a park day.
Yeah.
That's like a must almost.
Right.
Plus, it's just like a nice, refreshing thing in the afternoon when you do need that.
Yeah.
But so, I kind of first start this out. I think we should, because we talk about. I feel like sometimes we can be a little negative towards coffee, and I don't like mean to be negative towards coffee or anything. So I think we should like first maybe talk about why we love coffee
Yes.
and like our connection to coffee.
I like it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You want me to start? Or you do you want to start?
You can start.
Okay. Well, I was working at a coffee shop, so I have a lot of experience at just working in coffee.
In coffee shops.
In coffee shops, yeah. I worked at I think 3 or 4, and the last one I worked at, I was there for 4 years.
3. You worked at 3.
Nope, I was there 4 years.
No, you worked at 3 coffee shops. Sorry.
Oh, 3.
I didn't
okay.
mean to.
Oh, okay. Three coffee shops, 2 chains, 2 chain coffee shops, and then one kind of craft. But the last one I was at for 4 years. It was a craft coffee shop, and 2 years in, you got hired, and then it was in January, and about 2 months in, I asked you out, and then there you go. We met
Yeah,
serving coffee together.
we did.
I got to know you we dated throughout that time. We were keeping it a secret.
A little bit.
From
Not
our-
for very long.
Yeah, it didn't last. It lasted a few months, the
yeah.
secret, but
Yeah. Just it was new. Nobody really needed to
Yeah.
know.
yeah. And
Yeah.
that's that. But yeah, you can talk more about that too.
Yeah. I worked at a coffee shop before, like a chain coffee shop. And then I started working at the craft coffee shop that we met.
Mm-hmm.
And this was like a craft, and they roast their own beans. So we just learned a lot about coffee together.
Yep.
And I met you,
Yep.
and it was just the best thing that ever happened to me. But
Yeah.
it was very funny. We were both, and this is why this revolves around Disney. I'll tell you guys. We before we started dating, I wasn't really admitting to myself that I liked him because I thought I just like made a good friend. You know, I didn't think he liked me at all, so I was like, "No, he's just my friend."
My pal. He's just my pal.
He's just my pal. I went on a whole trip to Disney with my mom. This was like my first big Disney trip, which I talked about before. So it was just me and my mom, and I think it was our first day there, and I must have mentioned you multiple times, and then we were staying at Art of Animation, and me and my mom were sitting at the pool, and she was like, "You know you like him, right?" And I was like, "What are you talking about? No."
No, Mom.
No, stop. And then I don't know if you went somewhere first or I went somewhere first. I can't remember.
Yeah, you went to Disney, and then right, like the day you got back, the band I was in, we went and played a show in Texas.
Yeah.
and we were gone for like 4 days.
So we didn't work together for a few weeks because of that, because we were,
Yeah.
there wasn't like a lot of people that worked here, and you usually just, when you worked with people, you would work with people on the weekends.
Yeah,
and
we only worked really on Saturdays together mainly.
yeah, so
So
we
we
would,
saw each other once a week
we
for a
saw,
little while.
yeah, and like if he were to come in and take my shift, we'd talk for like maybe 5 minutes. Like,
Mhm.
so it was just the Saturdays together.
And there was one Saturday, I was like, "Hey, do you want to hang out outside of work sometime?"
Yeah.
And you were like, I think vacuuming because we were closing up or whatever, and you said, "Yeah." And you didn't think I was asking you out. You thought it was just I wanted to hang
No, and I had a
hang with my bros.
I thought we just became, I was like, oh, cool, he does want to be my friend. And then I came and I told like my mom and my best friend, and they're like, he just asked you out. And I was like, no, he asked me if I wanted to hang out. And then I just overthought it until we
Oh yeah,
went out.
You way overthought it.
I was like,
Yeah.
I panicked the entire weekend that happened. And then the week that we went out, panicked again.
Yep.
And here we are, married.
Here we are. Crazy.
But we started with coffee, and like we learned a lot about coffee at the coffee shop,
Yeah.
and learned to like really appreciate a like freshly roasted cup
Yeah.
of coffee.
So we became coffee snobs together.
Yeah.
Basically. And
You were already one when I started working
yeah.
there.
That's something I never thought I would be, but
Yeah.
I am.
It was hard after like when we left and like went on different journeys, got different jobs. It was like, oh, now we have to have a good cup of coffee all the time.
Now it's not. We don't do it as much anymore, but we own a coffee catering business
Oh yeah.
that we will, and we've done a lot of weddings actually together. But we'll
Mm-hmm.
cater coffee for weddings. Like we only do private events,
Yeah.
so someone will have us come in, serve coffee for
Yeah.
3 hours or so, and
Yeah.
do our thing and leave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we haven't done it in a while. It's just
Yeah.
we're busy, but
We both have kind of our dream jobs in a way.
yeah,
So it's not like something we need or have to do, but
no, but
if the
it's
price
nice
is
to have
right
a
and-
nice espresso machine. Just at the
we have a legit industrial espresso machine that just sits in our garage. It's too big for our house, to be
Yeah.
honest. So
I've been trying to get him to bring it inside somehow. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, can we just ramp it up? Like, it doesn't make sense for it to
is
be in our house.
heavy.
But, sometimes it would just be nice to have that in there.
Yeah.
Have my own,
So we have a Breville
yeah.
on their counter, which does the job. But
It does.
if there was a way to get this thing in our house,
Oh, we would do it. Whenever we
Yeah.
redo our kitchen, we'll probably put a very nice espresso machine in there.
yeah. I've talked many times, if the Breville ever breaks, I'm willing to drop some serious money on a new one
Yeah. Yeah.
just because of how much we enjoy coffee. But yeah, that's why coffee plays a big role in our life. And
Yeah.
we talk about it a lot because we like it, and
And we do that, like, so
we met over coffee. So
we met over coffee. I think we go on a date once or twice a week to go get coffee at a coffee shop.
Yep.
Like a craft one.
that's like our go-to date.
It's my favorite thing to do with you.
Mhm.
And outside of Disney, when we go on whenever we go on vacation, we're looking for coffee shops. We're looking at multiple different coffee shops to go to.
Yeah.
I think like even when we went on our honeymoon, I don't even know how much coffee we consumed on that. Like we went to a different one every day.
My favorite thing on vacation, any vacation we take, is especially if it's within walking distance, which we kind of try to do, is waking up in the morning, going to a coffee shop, getting coffee, and just chilling for
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that
Mhm.
as it pertains to Disney.
Yeah.
But I felt like we needed to explain ourselves.
Yeah, because we talk about coffee a lot.
We talk about it a lot. We
Yeah.
love it. And we just need a good cup of
We're
coffee.
passionate about it.
Yeah. And we talk about it often in our day. And before we go on our Disney trips, we talk about, okay, they don't have a coffee shop here. So we're going to enjoy the coffee that we like.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The coffee we like the most is Starbucks in comparison to the other options there.
Yeah.
But we're gonna talk about those. We're gonna
do
talk
it.
about Disney now.
Let's get
Disney
into it.
coffee.
Yeah.
Sorry for all the other coffee shops.
No, I think it was good. Good talk.
Yeah. Let's first talk about coffee at the parks, because this is not going to be all of your options at all. Like this episode's mainly going to be our coffee experience
Yeah.
at Disney. Like,
From my understanding, though, there are 2 main options at a park, though, as far as coffee.
yeah, it's going to be Starbucks
Yep.
and
Joffrey's.
yeah,
So Disney obviously has a contract with both these people.
yes,
Disney, like,
but mainly Joffrey's.
yeah, mainly Joffrey's.
Because Joffrey's has like their own Disney blend.
Actually, yeah, Joffrey's is probably the only one they have a contract with.
Yeah,
And then Starbucks, they just have, like,
they just have it
because
there.
Starbucks are everywhere.
Yeah. But what it seems to be is that at the parks, the stands are Joffrey's and the actual,
Any sort of pop-up stand is going to be a Joffrey's coffee.
and then the actual store inside of the parks is going to be Starbucks. So, like, those are the only ones that have like a storefront.
Yeah. Correct.
I
Like a
don't-
walk-in
I
counter.
don't think there's any Joffrey's. I was trying to think, like, I don't think there's any Joffrey's inside of the parks that you can like walk into that have a counter.
No, not that I know of.
Not that I know of either.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are your two main options.
Yep.
But mainly we're going to talk about like our favorites and go from there. So ours is Starbucks. We're like a go-to Starbucks place. So first I already talked about it, so we'll talk about it a little bit more. Main Street.
Yep.
Main Street Bakery is what this Starbucks is called. It's on like right on Main Street in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
It's
On your right,
on
if
your
you're
right.
walking toward the castle, yeah.
We hardly ever walk in on the left, and I think it's because, like, of Starbucks. I always walk in on that side. I don't think I've ever walked in on the other side. Maybe we should try it. What if there's a better
Yeah.
view of the castle?
What if?
Who knows?
I'm willing to try whatever this year.
We're gonna try a lot, I think.
Yeah.
But this Starbucks, I think, is one of the busiest. We'll
Yeah.
talk about another busy one though, but this
Yeah.
one does get very busy. If you're one of the first people there, it's a bliss. It's beautiful. It's like you're not waiting very long. If you're
Which
like,
I think we've experienced both.
yeah, if you're there though in the morning rope dropping, it's very easy.
Yeah, you don't have to wait super long.
You don't have to wait very long at all. If you're very first, I don't know, it's very magical to me. I'm like,
Yeah. I'm
like,
ready to start my day. Here we go.
yeah, I have waited outside of the store. I think this one is one of the prettiest ones to go into. It feels like one of the biggest ones too, if I'm thinking correctly. And I don't know if this one has any like extra special treats like for Magic Kingdom. We haven't really, I don't think, ate anything there. Besides maybe you've gotten a breakfast sandwich probably.
I don't know. Actually, I'm not
At that
sure.
one? I don't know either. But that's our go-to in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the second busiest one, which I think every time we're there, it's the most busiest one. And that is the Starbucks at Epcot
Holy cow, dude.
in Connections Eatery.
So working in coffee, having a line out the door, which has happened many times.
Yeah.
I just get so stressed. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, like how do, and it's not like all day. You know, you'll have
Yeah.
rushes, but I can't imagine working at a Disney Starbucks and seeing 100+ people. I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
in that line
Yeah.
all
Actually-
day, every day.
Every time we go into one of these Starbucks, especially the Epcot and Magic Kingdom one, you say, oh, I could not imagine working
I
here.
can't. It gives me PTSD.
You're like, it's like you immediately start getting anxious.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously helps they have
They have
a
a
lot of people
ton
behind
of
the counter,
workers.
so that's great. But still, you are nonstop the whole day.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I do wonder
to
like
you.
how long their shifts are too.
yeah,
But the one in Epcot is in Connections Eatery.
Yep.
Big, huge place, ton of different like food options in there. And
and
on
the
this
line
side,
is like a ride style line.
yes, it's
Zigzag.
very long.
Yep.
We left. So the two times that we've had Joffrey's in the park, it has been at Epcot because this line is just
Yeah,
insane. I think I've only had coffee here one time because it's just been too long. It's just been, and it's hard to want to wait in a line when it is. I feel like if it was like a craft coffee shop, I would be more likely to wait in a line. But I'm like, it's Starbucks.
yeah.
I don't want to
It's
wait
like,
in
this
this
just
long
isn't
of a
worth it,
line.
man.
It's not worth it.
I don't
no.
want to spend an hour in this line.
No, because I could spend an hour in a different line.
Yeah,
For
a
a
ride.
ride. Yeah. Oh.
Jinx, buy me a soda.
No, I will not. But the next one, so this one, I would say not our favorite one. Right? Would we agree on that? This Starbucks is probably
This was
my
my
least.
least, yeah,
Yeah.
hands down least favorite Starbucks.
And I don't know if we've even, I think the one time I went was when I was with my mom. I don't know if you've even gone to the Starbucks. I think we've gone to Joffrey's both time we were at Epcot.
Yeah, I don't think I've gotten a Starbucks at Epcot.
No. Um, the next one is Hollywood Studios. I like this one. My next two I think are probably my other favorites. Hollywood Studios. This line can get pretty long too, but if you hit it in the right time of the day, it goes really quick.
Yeah.
So we have gone to this one in the middle of the day and in the morning. And I think both times we were able to get through pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
This one is the Trolley Cart Cafe. This one that is also as soon as you're walking in to your right, I think.
Yeah, if I remember.
Yeah. We've actually haven't gone and got coffee when we first walked in. We're on our way to Slinky Dog.
Yeah.
We don't want no
Straight
distractions.
to Toy Story Land.
Slinky Dog gets really long. And so I don't think we've ever gone straight there, but I feel like this one goes by pretty quickly. This one, I know they have a carrot cake cookie here, which is just really carrot cake
cookie?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't think you've ever gotten it, but this one people love, and I know you like carrot cake, but you're very picky about your carrot cake, so I don't know.
Yeah, if there's big chunks of carrot in it, nope.
I don't-
I don't want to feel the carrot when I'm eating it. I don't mind, you know what I mean? I don't mind tasting it a little bit because it's carrot cake, whatever. But if I'm feeling chunks of carrot,
It's too healthy.
yeah, no, I don't.
Might as well eat a carrot.
Do I want to feel the texture of vegetables in my cake? Absolutely not.
No, I didn't even know that they made carrot cake like that had chunks of carrot in it.
Yeah, well,
That's
if you
just
cut open a carrot
disrespectful.
cake, a lot of time you'll see they grate it or whatever.
Yeah.
So if the grates are small enough, that's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But a lot of times they're too big,
Okay.
and I'm like, oh, what the?
I've never had carrot cake because usually carrot cake has nuts on it.
A lot of it does, yeah.
Yeah, and I usually can't have those. Yeah. So I don't think I've ever tried carrot cake before.
If it's done the way I like it, I like carrot cake. But
so carrot.
A lot of times sometimes it's hard to find the way I prefer it.
Carrot with a little less carrot cake, little less carrot, light in the carrot.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
But I do feel like this
is
is
cream cheese frosting.
This is a carrot cake cookie, so it's like almost like a whoopie pie, I think, and it has cream cheese frosting inside of it. Mm-hmm. I feel like you might like that. I feel like it probably doesn't have chunky carrots inside of it. That was a gross sentence to say.
If they're trying to appeal to kids, yeah, they should have.
I mean,
carrot.
Does carrot cake appeal to kids?
If you don't tell them there's carrot in it, they don't care. It's sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I would know. Kid.
Just don't tell them there's carrots in it. They won't know.
Anyways, that's like their special treat here at this one. I don't really know any of the other Starbucks that have a special treat like this one. Actually, the one in Epcot has a Liège waffle. That's usually what they have there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really like those.
Gotcha. But I know what you're talking about, the waffles, yeah.
Yeah. Last one, Animal Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Starbucks.
Yep.
This one could be a favorite.
I like this
outside
one a lot.
of
Did we talk about this on our last one that it was our favorite or no? I don't. Or did we say that it was our favorite?
I don't think we. Oh, maybe we did say it was our favorite.
Because you like the line. The line setup.
Yes, I loved it. I love this Starbucks. In general, is probably one of my favorites. The Magic Kingdom one, I think, beats it because I'm walking out to Main Street. It's the whole vibe of after you get your coffee. This one is the Starbucks alone. I think it's the best setup one. Because it's it's almost
best setup. That's probably what it was.
It's a whole circle, a whole half circle, and there's multiple registers. There's not all of the other ones. I feel have two registers.
We've barely waited for our coffee at this one ever.
I have never waited. Yeah. We have pretty much just gone up, got our coffee.
Yeah.
I like this one a lot. This one is called, I think it's Creature Comforts.
Okay.
It's that way. So towards Pandora, towards Africa, and in the middle of where that would be. There's different restaurants, and that's where it is.
Yeah.
I can see it in my mind.
We should make a video. We'll tour. We'll make a quick video of each Starbucks and rate them
Yeah.
when we're there
Yeah.
at each park. And
So these are, yeah, that's good idea. I'm gonna write it down.
there you go.
So that's pretty much our experience at the parks. There's a bunch of Joffrey stands everywhere. So if you like need coffee in the parks and you don't care if you're a Starbucks versus Joffrey's,
Yeah.
go get Joffrey's.
There's
'cause
so
you
many
won't
places to
wait.
get coffee. It's not just Starbucks. They have Joffrey stands everywhere.
Like Joffrey stands are everywhere.
Yeah.
And like lots of different options around there.
Mm-hmm.
So we just look for Starbucks personally.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about our coffee on off days. So these are like our favorite spots. We've talked about the Starbucks a ton.
Yep.
We're going to talk about our other favorite place that is much harder to get coffee at because this is, I think, what we're going to end up doing, and that's Gideon's.
Yeah. Yep.
I think this is my favorite coffee
You
on
want to talk
Disney
about
property.
waiting in line for coffee?
Yeah. Yeah, this you can wait in line in this and not actually wait in line because you'll be in a virtual queue, then wait in line.
Yeah, I forgot they have a queue too. Man.
Yeah, when it gets really long, you might wait in this virtual queue for 2 hours. You might not feel like you're waiting because you can walk around Disney Springs and stuff. But then you come back to the line and you're like, oh, I guess I have been waiting for 2 hours to get into this place.
Yeah.
Worth it though.
Yeah. The peanut butter cold brew is very good.
Oh, so
Very, very good.
all of their cold brews here are made with oat milk. So if you got tummy problems with milk, this is the place to go because
Yeah.
it's really good. And Chris Pratt might have tummy problems with milk. Just kidding.
Lay down, buddy.
But
Lay down.
he
Just get comfortable, please.
he'll get comfortable.
But yeah, if you're willing to wait in line,
Yeah.
it's good.
I say if you are going to Gideon's, just like get a cold brew. Like if you like coffee, you'll love this. This is so I am not a huge sweet coffee person. Like I would rather I think like every day I just have like a regular plain Americano. Like that's my go-to. When I'm on vacation, I try to have lattes, but I still don't like them like as sweet. This is very sweet, but it's done so well. It doesn't like it's not the overly sweet where you can't finish drinking it. Like it's almost like it's not enough.
Yeah.
And they have multiple different kinds. We have tried the peanut butter only because I've tried the peanut butter and I was like, I don't really need to try anything else because this is the best coffee.
Yeah.
And I love peanut butter.
What other coffees do they have? Do you remember?
Cookies and cream?
Okay.
I think they have a
That
pumpkin.
sounds familiar. Pumpkin?
Yeah, I think the pumpkin is like all. I want to say it's all year, but we did go in the fall once, so it
Yeah.
could have only been then. And maybe another. I
would
think they
assume
have
they
like
have-
an original one.
Probably just a straight cold brew too, I would assume, if you just wanted
Yeah,
straight.
I would think so.
Yeah.
And it's a nitro cold brew too. So,
Oh, cool.
yep. And they honestly, it looks very cool in there when they pour it out too. And then, like, at least on the peanut butter one, they put this cocoa powder on top. Oh my goodness. So good.
Yeah.
And then it's iced too, but they still put a little sleeve on there. And it's like a Gideon sleeve. So it has like one of their little characters. And it's so fun.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting that this year again.
Yes. The only thing is they do have paper straws. So sorry. Everywhere in Disney has paper straws. They're not as good.
I get why it's a thing, but not a fan.
But they're still really good. It doesn't like you're gonna drink it like too fast anyways to really realize that there's a paper straw because it's so good. And if you get a cookie too,
You'll drink it quick enough to where your straw won't get soggy.
yeah.
Soggy
And
straw.
if you get a like a cookie with it too, oh, it's just like a pastry and a dessert. Yeah,
And do they do hot
Coffee?
coffee? It's just cold coffee? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just cold brew. I don't know though.
We'll find out.
This is outside of like our favorite Starbucks. This is one that I always make sure to get it at least once. Gideon's, we always make sure to go there once.
Yep.
So if we can get in twice, great. If we can get in once, like that's a must.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We will for sure go in once,
Yes.
at least.
Yes.
So there's that. What's another one that we go to off property or off off days?
That's pretty much the ones that we go to on the off days because we
Starbucks and
spent
Gideon's,
so
yeah.
much time at that Starbucks in Disney Springs.
Yep.
So
This year we'll be forced to explore a little bit more, which we talked
yes.
about already, but
So that's what we're going to talk about now. Like,
where we want to try.
we're going to talk about where we want to try because I think we got too much in our comfort zone.
Yeah.
I think with this one.
Yeah.
I think this is what this trip
It's
is
good
going
to
to
be
be
pushed
about.
out of your comfort zone, right?
We are getting pushed out of our comfort zone and we did
The
not
only way to
ask
grow
for
is
that.
to get uncomfortable.
Yes.
Those are my words of wisdom.
Thanks.
Yep.
Happy to do it. Super happy to do it because we have to. But so a couple other places we have tried that are off is we did try Riviera. We tried a hot mocha.
Yeah, was this like right when we got there, right?
We got there right when we got there. We were so excited.
First day, just walked in the door. We're like, there's a freaking coffee shop in this lobby. They got a lounge.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful.
Coffee sucked.
It was terrible.
It's bad.
Yeah. It was like not being dramatic about it. It was
Absolutely terrible.
we threw it away, I think.
Yeah.
It was a lot like I mean, all of the coffees are expensive. Like that's just we know that. It's a bummer when it doesn't taste good.
Yep.
And it's undrinkable.
Yep.
And that was.
Yep.
So there is like this cold brew that everybody tries there. I don't remember like the flavor of it, but I think it was a featured item when we were at the Riviera. And everybody talks about how great this cold brew is. So I think that's something to try again. Because the Riviera is so nice and we loved it so much, I do think we could go give this one another try.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of want to go give it another try.
Yeah.
Get something different.
Yeah.
We should have. I don't know why I think it was such a bummer right away that we're like, we're not getting coffee from here again.
Yeah, it was. We
I
were scarred.
wish we
I
would
think.
have given it another try since we're staying there all week.
Yeah,
You
we
know what I mean?
stayed there all week and didn't go back.
Yeah, which is one of my biggest regrets of that last trip.
Well, and I think why we regretted it is because this one has such a beautiful like lobby area and like lounge area that would be I think the lounge area is like connected to the cafe. It would be like your like where you're sitting down at for your cafe. It's like a whole separate room. It like
Right
gives
behind
off
it.
like this beautiful like library French library vibe.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous in there. And we didn't sit down there once.
No, not
However,
one time.
it is very chilly.
It's that lobby, man, is cold.
Lobby.
Like it. Yeah,
It's very chilly.
it's just freezing cold when you walk in there.
yeah. And both of us are not, I don't think either of us are very air conditioning. Like, we don't like being under an air conditioner ever.
Right.
Like, we both get very cold very quickly.
Yep.
So it was like, we didn't really want to sit in there either.
Yeah.
But I think we should try it. Bring a sweater.
Yeah.
Bring one of my like long sleeves and we can go sit in there. So that's something that we would want to try.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I don't think we have tried anything else outside of that one coffee shop outside of Disney property.
No,
Does that sound right?
I think so. Yeah. So now we're gonna talk about what we want to.
Want to try.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the first thing that we want to try is the cake bake.
Yep.
Cake bake shop.
Which is our
So-
last one of our coffee talks. We talked about the cake
Bake shop.
Yeah.
Yep. So this one, I think the main reason we want to try this one is because the coffee is not Starbucks or Joffrey's.
Right.
This is
So we have to give it a try.
Eiley. I think that's
Oh yeah, Eiley.
Eiley. I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah. That's the
Which
coffee.
I've had their coffee before, and it's been a while. I can't really remember what it is.
Because this is at like an airport. Is that
They
where
have
you
it
had
at the
it
Detroit airport. They have it
Okay.
at a mall, not too far from here.
at? Okay. Okay. So that's the coffee there. This coffee is a little pricey. It's a little on the pricey side. So it might be something that we split
Yeah.
just because like we got burned once.
There's nothing more disappointing than paying a premium price for a cup of coffee, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
It is so disappointing.
But
and then
if
you gotta
you're-
throw it away.
If you're paying that for one coffee versus two, much better.
right.
Much easier to swallow.
Pro tip is if you're not sure about the coffee shop and you're with like your wife or someone else, just
share it.
split it and
Yeah.
make sure it's good before you buy 2 cups of coffee and they're
Yeah.
both terrible.
Yeah, you can even ask for an extra cup if you like don't want to split it in the
Sure.
same cup.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll have a problem with that. I mean, some of those drinks are really sweet and stuff too, and it's hard to drink a whole one by yourself because they don't have a small size. So,
And it's crazy how different every cup, like you'll get a mocha here and you can taste
Yeah.
the coffee really well. The
Yeah.
chocolate's great. You get somewhere else and it's insanely sweet.
yeah,
So there's so many things to like
there's so many factors that go into
yeah,
a
like
good cup of coffee.
I don't know
so,
how this is going to taste
Yeah.
on many levels.
Yeah. So, but it does look like the Cake Bake has a ton of different options. So I think that's definitely going to be a place that we try. And this is a place that we can get a pastry too. So that already gives it,
Gives it a leg up,
a leg up. Plus, there's gluten-free pastries there. So
2 legs up.
2 legs up. So I think I'm going to say we're going to be pleasantly surprised on this one. I don't know if that's an accurate statement, but I'm going to say we are just going to love it. And
Hey,
plus,
speak it into existence.
this one also has a great ambiance because it's on the boardwalk.
Yeah.
So you're already winning on that one. Another place, and I actually didn't write this down, so I'm going to say it right now.
Yeah.
French Pavilion. We have talked about getting coffee at that pastry place back there
Yep.
multiple times, and we haven't. And I
Right.
think that we should this time.
Yeah.
When we go back there to like get your chocolate croissant and my macaron, let's split a coffee.
Let's do it.
Like why haven't we done that?
If there's any place that's going to have good coffee, it should be the French
Right?
French section,
It
right?
should be the French section.
But
And I know that there's also something else I looked at is there's also the I think they have an affogato in the Italy pavilion, like where the gelato stand is at.
okay, yeah.
So I don't know if that would be something we would want to do. Isn't that ice cream and a shot of espresso?
Yep.
Might
It's
be
been a while since I've had one of those.
Yeah,
We used to serve those at the shop we worked at for a hot second.
not when I was there.
Oh, that was before you got there. Okay.
Yeah,
They're good. I like them.
yeah. I don't see why they'd be bad. It's just
Yeah.
ice cream and coffee,
I mean, it turns into like I mean,
like a creamy coffee, right?
yeah, I mean, a latte is milk and espresso, and ice cream is sweet frozen milk, basically.
Yeah,
So it's good.
yeah. We should make those at home.
Yeah, we easily could.
Yeah, yeah. Put that on the list.
Yeah.
I'll do it this week. But I feel like that would be a good place to try it too. But definitely try it in the France Pavilion because we always have a bad luck with that Starbucks anyway. So
Yeah.
that one might be a good place to we're just gonna go there and do it.
I
Go
agree.
ride Remy and then go over there.
Yep.
And then I think the last place that I think we're thinking about trying is going to be the actual resort that we're staying at.
Yeah.
So that resort that we're staying at is French Quarter.
Yep. Which we don't really know what kind of coffee they offer, so we're gonna
No.
definitely check it out.
We're just assuming that they have coffee because they have beignets.
Yeah, but I don't think it had. From what I remember seeing in that place, I don't think they had an espresso machine.
I don't remember one either.
I can't remember,
But
but I
I-
don't remember seeing one.
So maybe we're not trying it.
We'll see.
We're writing it down.
My hopes are not high. I'll say that for what they
Yeah.
have there. So if they don't have much, it's like okay, whatever.
But maybe we get like just a brewed coffee
Mhm.
and split
I'm
it
sure they have that. Like I'd be very surprised if they didn't at least have that.
so that we could have it with our beignet.
Mhm.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's
I don't
very
know.
doable. I think.
Yeah, I don't know, but maybe we should. Those are like the main places that I'm thinking that we're gonna try. I think I just want there to be good coffee there because if there was good coffee and we were staying there, I don't know if I'd stay at any other resort. I
Yeah.
think that would be it.
That would do it for me.
Yeah. I know another place that has like a coffee shop in there, but I think they serve Joffrey's is like Coronado Springs is another resort.
Okay.
But I don't know how likely it is that we're actually going to make our way over to that resort.
Where is that one at again?
That one, I actually don't know what area that is in. I think it might be an Animal Kingdom area.
Okay.
Like that, you can only take a bus to get there. So I don't know if it's Animal Kingdom or Disney Springs area, but It's not Disney
Yeah.
Springs
I
area
doubt we're
like
gonna find our way over
both.
that way.
I just don't know if we're gonna make our way over that way because we don't have like we're not gonna have a dining reservation or anything there.
Right.
Um,
It's pretty out of the way to just go and check it out.
yeah, and so I don't think that we'll be over there. And I think like a couple shops that have like I think some of the deluxe resorts, I don't know if all of them have a coffee shop, like a coffee area, but I know they all sell Joffrey's, so it's kind of like what are we going to try? Which ones are we going to try? I'd rather go back to the Riviera and retry a different drink there because I know that I love that place instead of going to like a different deluxe resort and try something and not even like the lounge area.
Right.
Do you know?
Yeah. Definitely.
So those are some of the main places that I think that we want to try on this trip. So let us know if there's one that we're missing, one that is like your go-to, because we want to know.
We do.
We love coffee.
Yeah.
I think we mostly talked about all of the coffee that we could this
Yeah.
episode, right?
I mean, we don't know everything. We don't know where everything's at. We know what we've seen and
Yeah.
some of the research we've done, but yeah, I think overall, and I've said it multiple times, their coffee game is lacking.
Yep.
Hopefully it's something they improve it at some point, but
Yeah.
what they have gets me by,
Mhm.
and just being there is the main thing.
Yeah.
But
Being there and having coffee gets me by, but I wish I could be there and have a really good cup of coffee.
yeah, and one thing I did more last year than I did the year before was I got more iced coffee, and
Yes.
that does help.
Yes.
Iced coffee is more consistent.
Yes. It's less hard to mess up.
Because one thing about lattes, a little quick spiel about lattes, is you have to pull an espresso shot, and that's where your coffee comes from, and then you have milk and whatever. But how that espresso shot is pulled is extremely, extremely important, and that's why it's so hard to get a good shot of espresso at any sort of chain, because it's all about speed.
Yeah.
Let's get these out, get them quick.
Mhm.
Whereas a craft coffee shop,
Mhm.
it's very specific. The grind has to be a certain coarseness, whatever you call it.
Mhm.
It needs to pull at a certain amount of time.
Mhm.
It has to look a certain way. And I mean,
Mhm.
if you're at Disney, no one's paying.
Paying attention to it.
Yeah, could care less about any of that stuff. So
Yeah.
Yep.
We wish we did.
yeah. So
Yeah.
cold brew, in my opinion, is the way to go
Yes.
at Disney
Yes. I would
because
agree.
it will be more consistent.
Yeah.
And shots, you will not get any sort of consistency anywhere at
No.
Disney. Shots
No.
of espresso.
You'll get them the most at Starbucks just because of the types of machine they have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And and a bad shot's easier to conceal in a cold drink.
Yeah.
So if you wanted an iced latte, that would be better in my opinion than a hot latte.
Yeah.
But this is just my preference. A lot of people listening probably could care less about any of this stuff.
Yeah, I know.
So
Yeah. But that's
coffee lesson from Austin.
Yeah, I loved it. You taught me everything I know about coffee.
I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
And then we got married.
yeah. We did. And now I make the coffees.
And you're just as good or better than I am.
I'd say better.
Yeah.
On that note. Well, I think that's about it for coffee. The last thing, coffee at Disney, one thing that we do and we probably will always do is buy a new coffee mug at
Yes.
Disney so that when we come home, we can still feel like we're in the Disney magic by drinking out of a magical mug. And
Yep.
we will do that.
We got to bring Disney back with us somehow.
We gotta bring it back.
Yeah. And what better way
Yeah.
than a coffee mug?
Yeah, that's it. Yep. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this coffee rant. I feel like that's what it really was.
In a way.
But this
Hopefully
is
it was educational in some way too.
okay. Yeah,
Not
people want to learn.
well, where coffee shops are even at there,
We love,
what they're like.
yeah, we love coffee. It's a big part of our everyday life, and of course, it'll be that on vacation too. So this is our coffee talk about
Coffee Talk Monday.
coffee at Disney.
Yeah.
So I think that's all I have for us today.
Yep. It was a good one.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can listen to us anywhere that you listen to podcasts,
Yes. And follow us on social media
and you can watch us and look at us on YouTube.
and see our coffee mugs
Yeah.
that we
and our
Right.
dog that sleeps every episode.
Yes. And our dog also loves coffee. And after this, he'll probably drink the rest of my coffee because that's what he usually does.
Hey, it's his reward for being a good dog while
Yeah.
we do this.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening and watching. We will see you later.
Bye.
Bye.